Welcome to this section of presentation. Our topic is ecological examination of elder American racial disparity in time allocation. My name is Ruifang and my co-author is Renata Kochut. And we both work for the State University of New York, Empire State University in USA, and we both work for Department of Business Management. In today's topic, I'm going to talk about why we're doing this time use study as an introduction, and also study objectives, ecological framework, and the methodology, and final analysis of result. So for the introduction part, and why we are doing this time use study for the American older adults, because of the life expectancy growth and the aging of the baby boomer generator and a large percentage of the older American. And we heard the term like sewer ceramic in American. And basically, it says based on 2020 U.S. Census, 16.8%, almost 55 million of the U.S. population will be aged 65 and plus. So by 2030, 1 in 5 Americans will be 65. Sorry, I didn't move my slides. So understanding the racial disparity in daily time use can provide us with a picture of what they do and when they are retiring among the older American adults. So based on the the current U.S. population in 2023, it shows the distribution across the 3 categories by the race is a white, count for 77%, black 11%, and the other group of the races count like 2.1%. So for the researcher purpose of this one, we want to describe the time allocation patterns of older Americans based on the racial background. And we also want to identify correlation between the time use and the ecological factors such as social, economic, and the physical factors. And the scope of this study examines how elderly Americans allocate their time through the ecological framework, focus on both individual and the environmental factors to understand the social, social, economic, and the demographic influence on time use. Ecological perspectives enable the analysis across multiple levels. At the individual level, factors such as age, health, education, and income play a role in shaping time use. Interpersonal relationships include family income and education and the social network. Further influence how older adults spend their time. Additionally, societal factors such as access to community resources, regional living contribute to shaping the time allocation of elderly American. So ecological framework for this study, because we believe time allocation patterns of elder American will be examined during the ecosystem framework that has been developed from a family ecology. Family ecology describes a host of the perspectives, and it is associated with many academic disciplines and theories. Essentially, the ecological framework is an attempt to synthesize and integrate a number of the theoretical perspectives used to study human behavior. Central to this approach is that individual behavior can be understood when viewed within the context of the system. So based on the integrative characteristic of a family ecology, and the ecosystem approach provides a ways of the looking behaviors in the context of the entire picture, like whole system, or in a particular picture, or like a ecosystem. Although all time use behaviors are embedded in the whole system, but the specific behavior are more related to some part of the system that sticks to the whole system. So the ecosystem approach will be used in the current study. The key components for this study, we have three systems: ontogenic system, microsystem, and the exosystem. Ontogenic systems, we talking about the individual characteristics, and the microsystems is about the societal, economic, or education. Of course, there's a lot of other factors, but for this specific, for this study, we only include a couple of factors. And the exosystems is a broader and more like a physical, geological factors like a location. So for the research methods, we put the data from American Time Use Survey for 2023. And we also extract a subsample individual respondents age 60 and above. So total sample will be 3,830. The key variables include racial, ethnicity, and the other independent variables. We put age, gender, education, income, household type, household living composition, and the physical location of the region. The dependent variable, we concentrate on time use activity categories like household work and the social activity. The American Time Use Survey measures the amount of time people spend doing various activities, such as paid work and childcare and volunteering. For the dimension of the time used, the questionnaire, the original questionnaire will ask, what were you doing? Basically, in pulling out the primary activity. Categories for this study will include like a housework and social activity. And for the racial factors, we'll comparison white, black, and others. So a pie chart representing U.S. population of 60 and older by race in 2023 for the current study. It shows the distribution among the three categories of white, 86%, black, 11%, and other only 3%. As of 2023, the estimated U.S. population is approximately 334 million people, but the population age 60 and older is roughly 67.9 million. And so around 20% of the U.S. population in 2023 is aged 60 and older. So for the statistic analysis, we did a descriptive analysis, and that means mean minutes per day by racial factors for each time use categories. So per day, the minutes is 1,440 minutes. But for this one, different categories, and we'll have a different time allocation. We did a test for the significance t-test and ANOVA to access the difference across the racial group. And we also run multiple regression. And finally, we will have a visual presentation and show our research. For the descriptive sample distribution for this research, and this is the mean minutes per day by racial ethnicity group for each time use category by minutes per day. So we include household work and the socializing and the sports and travel and paid work.
3 minutes.
5 minutes, about 2 minutes. Yeah.
3 minutes. I'm sorry, I missed the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Engrossed.
So because the sports and travel and paid work times were so low, so we include from the final data analysis, and we only include the housework time and the social time. So the ANOVA result indicate that the effects of race on the dependent variable household activity time is statistically significant. ANOVA result also shows a significant for the social activity. Regression output shows the result of a multiple linear regression where social activities is dependent race, age, family income, education, region, household size, and the household type. The key finding is age positively related to social activity time. Income is and education negatively related to social time. And the household size correlate with the less social activity, and the race slightly positive effects on social time. A region and house type, no significant impact. So influence of ecological factor on the American time use and has some of the research implementation. Here are some of the implementations for some future research. And also it all provides some of the social policy consideration like a retirement, work-life balance, support for large household, and or a community-based health and social support network. So I want to thank everyone who listened.